Hello and welcome to this news chapter. We discussed in the last chapter how 5Ws and 1H can help you build our sentences to become more flowery, to become more magnificent. Okay. I'm using some big words here because it does really make a lot of difference when you think consciously how you need to really structure your sentences. So there is a technique called 5Ws and 1H which you can apply in your sentence formation. Let's take, as I gave you example of Rama plays last time, I'll use the same. Rama plays. We have only these two words right now, Rama and plays. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more information about Rama. So I'm saying Rama, who is a 16-year-old boy, plays, right? So what I'm doing here, I've added who is Rama and the 16-year-old boy, right? So I'm going to make this in right so that you know I have only added a little bit more information about Rama. That's it. Now, this is who question. I asked who is Rama. So when I asked who is Rama, I got the answer who is a 16-year-old boy plays. Now my next question is what does he play, right? What does he play? He plays, let's say, cricket. So I'm going to add cricket here and add cricket. So this becomes another one more elaboration of the same sentence of Rama plays. Okay, now I want to add one more. I want to ask what he plays. I asked, plays what? Plays cricket. Now I ask another question, where does he play? Okay, so the answer comes Rama, who is a 16-year-old boy, plays cricket. Where? If I ask the question where, let's say he plays in Lal Bahadur Stadium, Lal Bahadur Stadium. This is what I get. So, see, I asked what? I got cricket, and I asked where? I got in Lal Bahadur Stadium in Hyderabad. Okay. So, when does he play? So, if I ask when does he play, so I get an answer. Let's say he plays every weekend or every Sunday. So, I'll say Rama, who is a 16-year-old boy, plays cricket in Lal Bahadur Stadium in Hyderabad every Sunday. Okay. See how I'm elaborating this, main two verbs. One is the subject and the other is verb, right? Rama is the subject and plays is verb. So Rama is a singular subject and plays is a singular verb. And with singular subject and singular verb, I am able to give more information about the subject. I'm able to give more information about place, right? So you take any English sentence, this is how it works. So the more you understand these 5 Ws and 1H, the more information you will be able to add to your sentence and the more variety that you will be able to bring into the sentence. So let me take one or a couple of more examples. Okay. So let's say, let us say I have this sentence. So you see this, schools in most of the villages in India need a lot of improvement, both in terms of quality and quantity. This is the sentence. What is the base form? If I ask what is the base form, if you ask me the base form are only two words, which are schools and need. These are the only two, right? With this base form, schools plus need or schools need, right? These are the only two words. With these two words, see how beautifully the sentence is formed. So ask, let's say, schools in most of the villages. So he asked schools where? Schools where? Schools in most of the villages in India. Okay, you get the point? So where schools, you can say in most of the villages in India. Need is the verb, right? Need is the verb. So need what? Need a lot of improvement. Lot of improvement, again what? Lot of improvement in what? Lot of improvement in terms of quality and quantity. Both in terms of quality and quantity, right? This is how you will be able to form any sentences using 5 Ws and 1H. And again, there is no rule There is absolutely no rule that you should start with who, you should start with what, where, when in a sequential order. No, not at all. You can start with why, you can bring when, you can bring what, depending on the tone of the sentence, depending on the mood of the sentence. Okay, let me take one more example for you. So here it says Rahul Gandhi, for the seventh consecutive time, lost the assembly elections held in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh in December 2017. See, this is a long sentence. Okay. But if you ask the base form, what is the base form that we have? We have Rahul Gandhi as the base. Rahul Gandhi is the subject and lost. This is it. Rahul Gandhi lost. So if you add more information, so Rahul Gandhi for the seventh time, for the seventh successive time. So if you ask this sentence, Rahul Gandhi lost how many times? This is for the seventh consecutive time. We are asking this question to last. We are not asking who is Rahul Gandhi. If we ask who is Rahul Gandhi, then your answer will come here instead of for the seventh consecutive time. So if you're asking a verb for how many times he lost for the seventh consecutive time, what did he lose? He lost the assembly elections. The assembly election, where was it held? It was held in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. When was it held? In December 2007. You got it? So how easily you can frame a sentence by asking 5 W's and 1 H. Okay. So let's take one more. The team of 5 people from Germany has made a stellar presentation. So if you see here again, the base form are only 2 words. The team has. These are the only 2 words. But if you ask a question, the team, how many members comprise of this team? How many member consists of? You will say of 5 people, and of 5 people from where they belong. They belong to Germany. So like that, you can go on adding the information based on what is given in the base form. Okay. So has made a stellar presentation, has made what? Has made a stellar presentation. Things like that. Okay, so now you will see this sentence is beautifully constructed depending on the questions that you ask. If you ask the right questions to the right subject, then you will get a beautifully framed phrases. These are called noun phrases, these are called adjective phrases, these are called adverbial phrases, but don't bother about all that. Just ask a very simple questions: what to the verb, who to the noun, and when to the verb, where to get additional information about the subject itself. You got the point? So this is how you need to really look at, in expanding a sentence. In the next chapter, we will look at past tense. Past tense is going to be interesting for you because now you have learned present tense and becomes very easy for you to understand past tense. I will see you in the next chapter. Thank you so much.